Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Doedee and Hazy on Nova.
Joes, let's talk about a very good, I was going to say former friend, but he's still a very, very close friend, and that is Tom Doedee. Of course, he's gone from the Crows to Brisbane. We'd speak to him every couple of weeks last year.
Yeah.
And now we've got this little soft spot for the Lions.
Yeah. And in the full interest of transparency, I've been friends with his partner, Em, for a very long time. They are beautiful, beautiful people. And he copped it yesterday.
Yeah.
Copped a little bit of backlash because he did an interview, a TV interview, and at the end of it, they said to him, do you miss anything about South Australia in terms of some of our more, I guess, unique food offerings? And this is what he had to say.
When I was in South Australia, I didn't ever really subscribe to those things, the pie floats. They just made no sense to me. So even FruChocs, things like that, I didn't quite enjoy, which South Australians probably won't like to hear me saying that.
Oh, geez, what's your deal, Doedee? That's the sort of responses he was getting online.
But it sort of got turned into a whole, Doedee slams South Australia. And all the time that you and I have known him, never once has he ever come across as ungrateful for his time here in South Australia. And two, never once has he said a bad word about his time at the Crows or this state.
Yeah, I saw the headline. It says, Doedee declares South Australia shouldn't be part of the Constitution, which I thought was a bit rich.
It was a little bit over the top. It was, I guess, in terms of the food selection, a little bit of an unpopular opinion. But you're an out-of-towner. You came here from Sydney.
Yep.
And you didn't quite understand some of the nuances, did you?
So I arrived when I was 21 years old.
Yep.
And I've got to say...
Tick yourself?
What's that? Yeah, I don't know, 21. When I was 22. No, I was 21. Yeah, there we go. And I completely understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, look, I enjoy the odd FruChoc.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that I would absolutely devote my life to it like some other South Australians.
Yeah.
Frog cakes, for example, like
Sure.
insanely sweet. But also a pie floater. Who actually eats these things?
I've been here for 20 years. I've never had a pie floater.
I've never seen a pie floater. I know there used to be some sort of cart that used to be around.
Yeah.
I've never seen one, and I've never known somebody to regularly eat pie floaters. Yet we cruise around, we're like, yeah, pie floater, it's our thing, we love it. Oh, spot on. Tom Doedee is spot on.
Yeah, but the other thing is, he's being left alone in Brisbane. He can walk down the street and no one's going to know who he is. This is a two-team town.
Yeah.
You cop a lot of scrutiny.
Oh, big time.
And when you do step out of line and have the audacity to question our foodstuffs, then you cop some backlash, which was pretty damn unfair yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely it was.
But unpopular opinions, let's do this. 13, 24, 10, please. Do you have one?
Yeah, can I kick us off? All right. Game of Thrones sucked. Game of Thrones, no good.
Oh, my God, we're going to get cancelled.
Nah, Hazy, I'm with you. I haven't seen one episode.
I've seen 3 episodes at Abs, and I was like, I just saw the first episode. I'm like, okay, I'll push through. Second episode, how long do I have to persevere with this thing?
Yeah.
3 episodes in, I'm like, this is just stupid.
Yeah, I'd probably watched, I don't know, maybe nearly the first season and just was like, what the hell's everyone on about?
And I've said this before, there was one part that I saw where there was a bit of incest going on.
Yeah.
And I remember saying that to a mate, I'm like, there was genuine incest shenanigans.
Okay.
And my mate was like, yeah, how good was it? I'm like, no. That's not a selling point at all.
I've got an unpopular opinion. Your mate's a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Producer Zoe, unpopular opinion.
I've got a couple. My first one, massages suck. I hate being touched. Don't touch me, I'm certainly not paying for it. And then probably my most unpopular opinion, which I've always copped stick for over my whole life, is I can't stand mashed potato.
Oh.
Or even a baked potato. That is too soft.
So the moment the texture turns fluffy, you're off
Absolutely not.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and for this sounds psychotic because it is. The combination of potato and butter.
What do you mean?
I know.
Butter makes everything better.
Right?
Serious?
Yeah, I know. It's upsetting. It's upsetting.
I've butter on my cereal.
My 12-year-old made mashed potato last night with a bit of nutlegs and salt, and it was so
awful.
beyond delicious.
And I was great.
I want to love it. What's not to love about potato and butter, but heaps. And the smell. Oh, the smell. I can't.
Hey, Abs in the newsroom, can you narrow down your unpopular opinions from 500 to 1?
I definitely can, which is surprising for me.
Yeah.
My unpopular opinion is they say that money can't buy happiness.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. If I'm in a mansion of a house with a big closet and lots of sausage dogs, how could you not be happy?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Larry.
I think the same thing.
100%.
Oh, I've got two. First one, golf is selfish.
Oh,
It
that
is.
is controversial.
It's a selfish pastime, especially. For example, right, let's use you as an example. You've got 3 kids under 5. You get 1 day off a week.
Yeah.
If you choose to go and play golf on that day, which takes you out of the family system from 11 o'clock till about 6 o'clock, including beers, you can't tell me that's not selfish.
Do you know how stressful it is here at Nova?
Working with all us emotional women, am I right?
No, look, Jones, I want to for the sake of this, I'd like to disagree with you, but I can't.
No.
I can't. And I'm not going after your beautiful partner, Greg, because I know he likes to
He loves around.
regularly play golf. But
Yeah.
I tell you what, if I said that to my wife, Cara,
Yeah.
she's going to pop out for 6 hours and play a bit of golf with the lads.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be well received, and I'd be shocked if it wasn't well received.
Yeah, because if you flip that on its head, you imagine me as a mother with 3 kids going, see ya.
Yeah.
See ya. I'll be back whenever.
Why do
like
I
this
feel like
afternoon.
Greg's in a lot of trouble at the moment?
I know, always.
Hey guys, coming up in the news, Nova host declares war on pie floaters.
One more quick one, and I'll just say it really softly and quietly. I'm kind of glad Taylor Swift's gone.
Oh, what? The great Taylor Swift?
Glad she's gone home.
You just said she's got no talent. That is unbelievable. Hey, quickly, can we just wrap this up with Jade
Yeah.
from Elizabeth North? Good morning to you, Jade.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're
go
good,
very well.
Jane. Firstly, you're on the standby list for first class and 50K. You can win a trip to Paris, London, or New York, thanks to Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel. Well done.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I might cancel that after you say what you have to say. What's your unpopular
look,
opinion?
I just heard the display is put on before, but Dare Ice Coffee is better than Farmers Union.
Oh, my God. See, that's another thing. It's a delicious drop. Don't get me wrong.
Dare Ice Coffee is better than Farmers Union.
Wrong.
Farmers Union Iced Coffee is a South Australian institution.
I'm offended.
So there you go.
We're the only state that sells more, doesn't sell, Coke isn't the top selling drink.
Yeah.
Here it's Farmers Union Iced
That's
Coffee.
I actually like that fact.
That's a good
That's
one.
good.
Yeah.
If you've
Here's
got
another
some-
unpopular opinion.
Oh, no.
I like the Feel Good Iced Coffee, the one that's like sugar-free.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. It's better for you, idiots. Start looking after yourselves, all right?
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
It can be an absolute information overload. This is where we break down the 3 top stories for you this morning. Let's go to Abby in the newsroom. Go for it. Oh, geez, how'd you go with your pen there, doll?
It's got her pencils and
Sorry, just writing news by hand today.
zip up
is
the
that
pencil
a-
case there. Absolutely.
Is that a pen or a crayon?
It's a crayon. And it's around the wrong way too.
And she's eating it.
Okay, let's get into it. So today is the day that Virgin Australia has announced they are intending to be the country's first airline to allow pets on board domestic flights.
Very good.
Whoa.
Whoa! So everyone has given me crap and my family crap for having sausage dogs our entire lives. Well,
Yep.
joke's on you now because Tori's going to be coming on holidays
Oh,
with
my
me.
Wow.
So essentially how it's going to work is you will have to have a Virgin approved bag that they sit in. So they're not allowed to roam the aircraft. They're not allowed to sit in your lap.
Okay.
The dogs will have to be in a pet approved carrier, a Virgin approved carrier, and will need to be underneath the seat in front of you. So it can only be small cats and small dogs at this point. You're not going to be able to take your Great Dane onto a plane.
Right.
That makes sense.
Sid, perfect example.
Sid would be great.
Sid would be great. You can take your pet to the Gold Coast when you go next.
Will it be like the carry-on bag situation where they weigh it before you get on a plane? Are they going to weigh your little pet and measure it just to make sure it's not oversized?
Your
there's
dog.
no talk about that yet. They are saying it's another probably 12 months away from rolling out, so they've got to get it all the approvals and they've got to get it past the stakeholders and all the rest of it.
How happy would your sausage dogs be, and how happy would Sid be under the seat in front of you in a carrier?
Tori would bark at every single thing that went past, including the drinks trolley, which I get a lot
Yeah.
on flights, I'm going to add.
Yeah, I do that too.
Tank, I feel like they wouldn't let Tank on. Tank would be too big, I would say. Yeah. Tank's a tank.
Yeah.
Tank is a tank.
belongs, Tank, yeah.
Gee, that's something to look forward to as well. Just sitting next to Abby and her dog. Hello, little dog. What's your name? Oh, this will be a pleasant flight, won't it?
You know what? When I was in America, I flew from New York to LA, and I got onto a flight, and this woman had her dog, and I was like, oh my God, hello. And she shoved it at me and went, there you go. And she slept the entire 7 hours while I played with this dog. It was the greatest day of my life.
I would be so angry.
Nah, I loved
Oh my
it.
God. Well, yeah, I don't know. Pets and babies on planes. Good luck. Enjoy that 2 hours 20 to Sydney.
Yeah, good luck indeed.
Newsy.
Well, goodness me. Maths imploded last night. So basically, to get you up to speed, Andrew, because I know you're not really across it.
How very dare you assume such correct information.
So there's a girl called Sarah, and she caught up with her ex-boyfriend while she was on the show, but she lied to her partner about what she was doing. Anyway, Eden, who's our girl from Adelaide, basically in front of the whole group said, I know what you did. You texted me and asked to borrow a top because you wanted to catch up with your ex-boyfriend. Either you tell Tim, or we will.
Ooh, nice, Eden.
It was very spicy. It was
really
one of
good
those
spicy.
situations where you find out someone's cheating and you're like, all right, either you tell or we will.
Yes, right.
Anyway, Sarah took it really well, and as the dinner party unfolded, she said, she admitted that she'd slept with him a month before the show had started.
Ooh.
And they're like, didn't you just say that he had a girlfriend? She's like, no, they broke up, and all her lies just began to unravel. And you know when you're caught in a lie and just the heat creeps up on your neck, I could actually see her neck getting redder and redder
you're
and
like,
redder.
You're actually dribbling poo out of your mouth.
Yes, exactly.
That's
right.
what's happening right
So
now.
she reacted really well to it. Have a listen.
I have never ever cheated on a partner, and I can attest to that. Have you ever cheated on a partner? Guys, can I just say, you guys are questioning my morals and my character, but how many of you at this table have cheated on a partner? Raise your hand.
Yeah, it's an interesting defence. Well, who else has cheated on a partner? Okay, we're all a bunch of dirty birds.
Yeah, exactly. But then she's leaving, Hazy, and they had like one of those hidden cameras on her. And she's like, I want to go now. I want to go now. I want to go now. And I thought, that's me on every night ever.
Just on the edge.
She just needed to say, like, she just kept digging herself a hole.
Yeah, I totally messed up. Because she was the same one, though, a couple of weeks ago who got up in Tim's grill and was like, meh, 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 and wouldn't let him speak.
So what'd she do?
She went, meh, meh, meh.
Yeah, there you go. Nice, very good. Hey, just very, very quickly, update on Riley Thilthorpe's surgery for his
Yes.
torn meniscus. He's going to miss at least 3 months.
I know,
It's a massive blow.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
It makes every Crow supporter sad because he was on fire and he was set to do some very, very special things this year and probably still might do those things, but he won't sort of get going and into his best form till, I don't know, maybe like round 16 once he comes back.
Well, I mean, you could, if glass half full, it's back in time for finals, I guess.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
And that's presuming the Crows will participate in finals.
Well, producer Emily is probably the nuffiest of Nuffy Crow supporters, and
Yeah.
she's shaking her head. Now her head is in her hands. So not a good
Why?
result
You
for
don't
Riley
think they're going to
Thilthorpe.
play finals?
Jodie, I'm a long-suffering Crows fan.
Right. So
I start out really hopeful, and then the season hasn't even started yet, and I'm already crushed.
well, okay. Well, I
For
would,
goodness sakes, be positive.
that demonstrates a massive...
Abby, I was positive in 2017.
but
That killed me.
demonstrates a
Come on.
massive lack of faith in your side coming into 2024.
Sounds like someone's ready to jump ships. You ready? We've got the
Power to win. The power to roll.
An alarming statistic is starting to come through.
Oh.
And that is more and more men getting their, you know what, either bitten or caught in things. What's going on? Does this concern you as well?
I'm not awake at night, if that answers your question.
Not really.
No.
It's not keeping you up?
No.
Right, okay.
No. Is it keeping you up?
Well, a little bit. Because now I'm in fear.
Okay.
It's constant fear.
All right.
And what do I need to do to keep myself safe? Got to lock it away somehow.
Okay, so what's happening to people?
What about this? A Las Vegas hotel guest was stung on the testes by a scorpion while sleeping. He said it felt like a sharp glass pane. Oh, my God. Yeah, his name is Michael Farchi. He lives in California. He encountered the unwanted visitor in his bed while staying at the Venetian a couple of months back.
Yeah.
This was reported on the news. He was quoted as saying, I just felt like somebody was stabbing me in the private area. It felt like a sharp knife just going straight through there.
Ow.
A scorpion. That's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It got me thinking about a story that was doing the rounds a while back as well, and this is a classic Aussie story.
Yes.
A 21-year-old Australian tradesman has been bitten by a venomous spider, that is a redback, on his you-know-what for a second time. Here's the kicker. There was 5 months in between bites. There you go.
What?
Who would have thought that once you get bitten on the old fellow by a redback, it could happen again 5 months later?
I wonder what Sportsbet are offering in terms of odds on that happening. Okay.
Healthy odds, wouldn't it? Healthy odds.
Good return. Mind you, if you're prepared to get bitten on the pecker twice by a redback, you deserve that money.
Yeah. Geez, what's going on as well? Is there some kind of communication with the redbacks? Hey, let's target this guy's you-know-what?
Yeah.
Because, hey, let's go for it. Let's feast.
Yeah.
Twice in the space of 5 months? Come on.
I wonder if there's something about that area that is attractive to insects and animals. You know what I mean? Like,
depends on the individual, doesn't it?
Well, I guess in terms of mosquitoes, apparently, fit people give off like an aura.
Really?
So, yeah. So
that true?
That makes them more attractive,
Okay.
as in their electromagnetic field to
Yeah, there you
mosquitoes.
go.
So I wonder if there's something about that region that is giving off something.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, come.
There you go. Some people, yes. Some people, no.
It's just
they're
a
great
theory.
questions.
It's just I don't
They're
know.
great questions. And if you know the answer, I mean, please get in touch with the show. We're all about learning. 13 24 10. While you are calling up, I mean, what bit it or what did it get stuck in? Sometimes it happens.
That was strangely arousing. Ah! Hello, 911? It's Quagmire. Yeah, it's in a window this time.
Happens all the time.
What happens to Quagmire? He gets it caught.
She's a strange little character. You can send us a text as well, 0400 919 919. It was only the other day for me, for example, quick story for you, Joe. It's where
Oh, no.
I was just about to jump in the shower and something was happening over the other side of the house. So I had
Yes.
to run from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Completely naked.
Okay.
So bang, vases get knocked over, all sorts of things. And then wouldn't you believe it, on the way back, hooked on a floorboard. I wish I could tell. I wish that story was true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
Yes, two musical warriors going head to head with such a fierce hatred of one another. And that's what makes this little contest very, very interesting. Also, we have really good intentions.
Yep.
We just want to start your Friday right.
Yeah, that's so true. Start your Friday off 8 o'clock with a banger, and this is how it works. We're going to present our case for our two songs this week. You just need to jump on the Jodie and Hazy Instagram page and cast your vote, please, for which one you want to hear tomorrow morning.
It's tight too, by the way. 4-3 in favour of Oddie.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week's theme, if you will, Andrew Hayes, is... What is it? Female empowerment?
Oh, my God. That's why, you know what? Because of that, because you are a female, you don't deserve to win purely based on that. Tomorrow is International Women's Day.
Yes.
So it's all about your ultimate anthems from the ladies.
Girl anthems. Okay, there we go.
But it's remixed with bats this week.
Ah, very good. So that works, doesn't it? No, not really.
Oh, dear.
Take us through your selection, Jodes.
Okay, so I really went down this rabbit hole yesterday of girl anthems. So I punched it into Spotify, and I was driving around quite a bit yesterday and just listening to all these different songs. I laughed, I cried, I thought about my girlfriends, and I thought about my sisters and my family and all sorts of things. And there were a lot of emotions involved, and I couldn't drill down and choose one song. But then I always landed where I want to land, and that's on Mariah Carey.
Oh, here we go.
And then a hero comes along with the
Look, it's a big
wait,
song.
shh,
It's a
don't.
big song.
Wait.
and you cast your fears aside, and you know you
Got to keep it going for a minute. This is the important message coming up.
Sorry.
Wait, here we go. Turn this bit up.
and you finally see the
Here we go.
The hero lies in you.
That's the whole point
Okay.
of being a woman. The hero is inside yourself all along. You don't need no man to
Right.
bring it out in you.
Yeah.
It's lying right here, Andrew Hayes.
Look, I like
Say
it.
it, sister.
It's a nice, big, strong song. It's a shame it's from someone who is like Mariah's she's a knob.
Oh!
I think we can.
Are we still doing unpopular opinions?
She's like the ultimate diva.
Excuse me very much.
Yeah, that's
Excuse us very much as a whole. whole entire gender. How very dare you? The thing I like about Mariah Carey is she went on the TV network selling jewellery even though she was off her chops, right? And if a woman's got enough gumption to go on a TV show knowing she's completely cooked, then she deserves to win Battle of the Bangers.
Okay, fair. That's a very, very solid case. All right, so Mariah Carey's going to go up against my girl Gwen Stefani. Good song, and there's an important message in this song as well.
What is it?
It taught us how to effortlessly spell bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, didn't it? B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Haven't you just nailed the brief for International Women's Day?
Small messages from my brain. You've gone on this whole big empowerment trip. But for those who find spelling bananas tricky, Gwen Stefani, Hollaback Girl, has got you back.
Okay, here's a question for you without notice. What's a hollaback girl?
It's a very... I wish I had time to go into it. I wish I had the time to go into it. All right, Gwen Stefani, Hollaback Girl versus Hero by Mariah Carey. Get voting at Jodie and Hazy on Instagram. Tomorrow morning, winner will be revealed at 8 o'clock.
Mariah Carey is not a knob.
Yeah, I would have been hard there.
Yeah, you think? Abby, fierce, independent, strong, smart woman. However, something's happened to you that no one saw coming.
Oh, no.
I've got a boyfriend. No, just kidding. Oh, sorry, it's not Monday. Joke off. Okay, so I was I never go through my bank account, to be honest, but I was on this particular day, and I was just sort of having a look at transactions. Anyway, it comes up with a transaction taken out by something called PDF Master. No, I'm not talking about anything kinky. PDF Master is where you can go on, you can upload a document, and it will turn it into a PDF. Now, before I used this ages ago because I needed to do something for I needed to change a document into a PDF, and I couldn't work out how to do it on like Photoshop.
Yep.
I'm still trying to work out how that would be kinky.
PDF Master.
Yeah, the PDF Master.
It's like a PDF document with a leash and a muzzle just on the ground, just going, spank me.
It sounds it sounds a little bit odd. Anyway, so you sign up to this thing, and it's 99 cents for a one-off like transaction.
Yep.
Yeah, cool, done. Anyway, so look at my bank account, and I've had $75 taken out.
Wow.
From this PDF Master.
A lot of PDFing.
Yeah, so a lot of PDFing. So I click on the link, and it takes me to Google, and it comes up with like scam, scam, scam. And there's thousands of people talking about how they've tried to get their money back from this thing, and they've ended up having to cut their card up, change bank accounts, like, you know, essentially leave Australia because they can't get their money back off of this particular site.
Wow.
So I was like, nah, stuff this. So I get on there, go to their technical support thing, and I'm like, you've taken money out without my knowledge, blah, blah, blah. Give it back to me, or I'll go and I'll take this further. I'm going to go to the Ombudsman. I'm going to go to the media.
Yeah.
Literally within like 2 seconds, I have an email back. Hello, Abby. We're very sorry to see this. Blah, blah, blah. You'll be refunded, and we've also cancelled your subscription. And I was like, I never signed up to this. I did a one-off payment. Yeah. Anyway, a few weeks later, I'm sort of going through my bank account again, and I've realised, so I paid 99 cents when I first signed up, but I've realised that they have put 3 lots of $75 back into my account.
Oh, nice.
So on 13-24-10, number one, I want to know, have you been scammed? But also, like me, did you scam the scammers?
Yes.
I've done a reverse scam. I've gone and said, this is bull, you've taken this money out my account. So they've given me 3 instead of 1 refunds.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. The good guys won.
The good guys bloody won for once.
Yeah.
Scammers.
Yeah. That document is just, you're like, who's your daddy?
We've spoken about it before as well. You're a scammer's dream, Jodes.
Me.
You're absolute scammer's dream. If I was into scamming, I'd go after Jodie because, I mean, it comes from a good place, beautifully natured. So you would trust anyone at any time in any situation.
Yeah. My husband often just says to me, oh, my God, if someone sends you a text saying, can I please have your bank account details, perhaps show me and not give them over straight away.
Yeah. Remember when you paid $3,000 in Bali for that Rolex on the side? 13-24-10, have you been scammed? And this is a safe space because I think we've all been scammed at some stage. So don't feel shame.
No.
Open up because I can't believe how often it happens.
Well, I can't believe how accurate some of the logos and things are when they send you through things. And you're like, well, that has to be Bank SA.
Yeah. Big time.
Turns out it's not.
Some of the websites, it's like www.banksa.com, but then it's like ID Yahoo something. Like it's there's always a twist, but very, very legitimate.
There was a Peter Alexander one the other day that I thought was like, oh my God, $8 for silk pajamas from Peter Alexander. That's amazing. And
Take my money. Take my details.
Turns out they weren't.
It was a little strange that you needed all of my details, address and phone number, but I thought, hey, such is the system these days.
And all of my children's names.
Let's go to Danny. What happened with this scam, doll?
Oh, hi, guys. I'm one of these people that gets a bit sucked into all the ads on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I needed a new robotic pool cleaner.
Sure.
And, of course, because I was searching and they all came up. And I was like, oh, that's a good brand. That looks good. But $60, that's pretty cheap. Pretty sure that's a scam, but I'm going to do it just in case on the off chance.
I'm just going to test them.
It's worth the risk, am I right, Danny?
It's worth the risk. Well, 4 months later, I'm still waiting for it to come in the post. So
oh, no.
I'm guessing that was a no.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
And then you call up the company, they're like, well, what are you talking about? We're not a pool cleaning company. We're something completely different now.
Yeah, can you remember that time
very dare you?
I ordered that Botox cream from China?
Yeah. Yeah, who would have thought? There were so many red flags. Like, it was literally, there was about 16 red flags. And you're like, no. Good deal.
Yeah.
And really trust these guys in this space.
Well, cheaper than Botox. And it came in like a little package and it was bright blue, like fluorescent blue.
Yeah.
I want to get someone in here to try it because I'm not prepared to do it myself. Let's go to Angie. What was your scam?
So we wanted a new puppy.
Uh-oh.
And yes, you know where this is going. So we found this site on Facebook and these beautiful cavoodle puppies.
Oh, no.
So we decided we wanted one. And they sent us progress photos of this little puppy getting, bigger and bigger. They asked for a $500 deposit, but pay it through PayPal and pay it through friends so that they can get it immediately. So anyway, long story short, we paid the deposit. Collection day came. They told us to meet us at a specific vet.
No.
We rocked up at the vet. There was no puppy.
Oh, Angie, when we went through the process of getting our little toy cavoodle Sid, same thing. Like, there are so many scams out there when it comes to buying a puppy.
We were absolutely devastated.
I bet.
We love animals and we fell in love with this little puppy. We even went out and bought toys and a basket and everything, the little bed for this puppy. It was horrific.
Honestly, Angie, there's a special place in hell for people who scam people over puppies.
With puppies?
It's the worst. Oh. Let's go to Julia. If you lost some money too, Julia?
Yes, I got a text message saying, very convincing with the bank's, logo, saying that someone was trying to scam me through my bank account. Ooh. So I hit that link. Don't ever hit the link, people.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So then what happened?
Well, I spoke to a human being.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's extremely clever, used all the banking language. And when I followed this up with the bank used exactly the same language as what he had used.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, wow.
It was the day before a fairly significant birthday party, so I was somewhat distracted. And I just went, I don't need this. So he convinced me to transfer my entire bank account into his bank account. And because I had done that, there was nothing I could do. Because I had consent.
Oh my gosh! What are we talking, Julia? How much did you lose?
18,500.
Oh my god!
I feel sick for you, Julia.
So I did fight it. Went through the ombudsman, went through members of parliament, the whole shebang. And I got $5,000 back from the bank because they hadn't really behaved that well.
Yeah.
But yeah, just don't hit the link. That's the moral of the story.
Yes.
Ring the bank. Yeah.
Good advice. Oh, my God, that's awful.
The problem is people preying on beautiful souled people like Julia.
Yeah.
And yourself as well, Joe.
What do you mean?
We've said this for a long time. You are a scammer's dream.
Yeah.
And I'll leave you with a quick little example. I've had this lifelong battle with my toenail where
with your fungus.
There's a bit of a fungus in there. We're trying to get on top of it.
Yeah.
So, Jodie, where'd you come back from? It was Gold Coast or something.
Yeah.
Jodie comes back from Gold Coast. She's like, guess what? I found this remedy from a random bloke who had a stall on a side street, and it's absolutely going to help you.
Yep.
It's like a little spray bottle. It's called Magic Rose Balm.
Yep.
He's clearly printed out the label from his home computer. It's got trying is believing. It says apply to required areas, keep away from your eyes, and then it's got this guarantee, which you believed as well. If it doesn't work, make sure you give me a call.
Within 2 months, he said.
Crazy. His name is Ray.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, it absolutely does nothing. And I look at the contents. It says it's got juniper, black pepper, and castor oil, and that's it.
All right.
So your intentions were so beautiful and so pure.
Yeah.
That's $60 down the good.
Oh, yeah.
Our next guests are way cooler than you and I will ever be. History of House is a collaboration between ARIA-nominated DJ Groove Terminator and 3-time Grammy winners Soweto Gospel Choir. Shut up, Jodie, and play the music. It's the world's greatest collection of voices that perform live with stars including Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Bono, Queen and Celine Dion. Add in some funky 70s disco music and you've got this. And that's what you'll hear next Thursday at our Fringe Fiesta party. Please welcome to the studio DJ Groove Terminator, aka Simon, and from the Soweto Gospel Choir, it's Shimmy.
Cheers, thanks for having us.
Okay, so how's it been going so far? It's been a pretty cool Fringe season, right?
It's great. I mean, the show was sort of born and conceived in Adelaide, so it's kind of like a homecoming with the show, and every year it just gets bigger and bigger and crazier and huger, and I think this year our crowds are definitely the biggest yet. Yeah. It's amazing.
And so for people who have never been before, what can they expect?
An amazing show, great dancing, beautiful singing, powerful choir that comes from South Africa, and combined with one of the greatest DJs, the Groove Terminator. Yay. The show is amazing. Come and you'll see for yourself. And if you're not there, if you haven't bought your ticket, you're missing out. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, good point. Let's talk about the Groove Terminator. History of House. Simon, take us through it.
Sure. So History of House is really about, I mean, everyone generally probably know some house bangers that they know and love, like your Right on Times or whatever.
Yep.
And really this story is about, or the show is really about connecting the dots through from disco and through the 80s and all that sort of stuff. And it's really an excuse just to play the biggest bangers of the last 30 years with the world's greatest gospel choir and sort of stitch it together, some sort of narrative about dance music and stuff. But really it's the themes are universal. Like, I mean, I think it's one of the reasons that I connected with the choir when we met a couple of years ago. It's just about how music is universal and you don't know that's the international language, you know, and the human voice is just so powerful and it's their best way of communicating. So when you've got the greatest gospel choir singing like these huge songs through the decades that everyone knows, and the messages are really positive as well and uplifting, so people just float off after the show and it's just an incredible experience.
So Thursday we've got Fringe Fiesta. You guys are all going to be there. Do you know how to party? Yeah. You're going to be okay?
Yeah. Choirs know how to party.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely epic, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, take us through it. So how do you guys come together? How does History of House and how does a DJ Groove Terminator hook up with Soweto Gospel Choir?
Do you want to answer that one, Shimmy? We met in 2019 when the choir were touring Australia, and I had an opportunity to meet and pitch an idea because I knew I wanted to work with the choir, and I was doing a show, and I still do a show with Ministry of Sound, a big thing with an orchestra that we do and all that sort of stuff, and I kind of wanted to do something that was a bit different to that and was more focused on vocals, and I had really the idea that, yeah, like I was saying before, that music is a universal language and it's incredibly healing and it can be a really positive, uplifting experience. And basically I was walking backstage, I think after the show, going, I have no idea what I'm going to say when I get into the room. And I'm like, it's just the best of everything. It's the greatest of everything. It's just like, it's the history of house, it's the history of dance music. And they went, what is this guy talking about? And went, okay, let's have a go. And here we are, we're doing the show, and yeah, it's going really well.
Jimmy, when you're on stage performing and doing this show, is it one of the great highs? I can imagine it would feel so good.
Yeah, you know, the most beautiful thing about the history of house is that you get to be yourself.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing is that he allows us to be the choir, but he also allows us to be ourselves and go out there and enjoy with the audience and also enjoy with him. So it becomes a great family with the audience and the choir and the DJ. When we come together, the music sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Guys, we're so pumped that you guys are headlining us as well.
Thank you.
We're very, very lucky to be saying that we're in partnership with you guys. So that's very, very cool.
It means you have to get on stage, you know. That join the choir.
You don't have to ask him twice. 2.5 beers in, and he'll be like, right, let's go.
If you want some tickets as well, make sure that you jump on to Fringe Tix and absolutely Google Fringe Fiesta. But also the Fantail at Gluttony and Romble Park is where it's all going to happen. Just one more word as well, Simon, from you. Just the vibe and the atmosphere that you're feeling right now in terms of the Fringe Festival.
It's electric. I think coming out of the last couple of years, it was amazing last year, and this year I just think everyone's just risen to another level. Like the performers are just going crazy, and the audiences are out in droves, and it's a really great electric atmosphere in the area. It's great.
And if you haven't done so, go and sample an espresso martini in the Garden of Unearthly Delight.
Responsibly.
Yes. Have 1.5 and you're done.
See if you can stop at 1. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
We're going back in time. Hazy's on this Daisy.
Who doesn't love a trip? I love a trip.
Oh, let's take one.
Should we? Where do you want to go?
Grab the mushrooms. I'm joking.
Oh, whoa. Are you trying to poison me?
Oh,
wow. Too far.
I'm certainly not, but try this soup.
Okay. Drink it. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. Let's go back to 1956 on this day. That is the 7th of March. David Koch was born right here in Adelaide, right here in my arms. Today's his 68th birthday. Little baby David Koch.
He was born with glasses.
He was.
He was.
That's crazy.
Very cute little David.
Yeah. Absolutely cool. It doesn't look a day over 21 now.
He certainly doesn't.
Beautiful stuff. 2011, Charlie Sheen was axed from 2.5 Men because of his dangerously self-destructive conduct, winning. Charlie, his body's seen some stuff. It's done some stuff.
Yeah.
He's put his rig through the riggers, as they say.
Yeah, I think at one stage he just took his eyeballs out of his head and went, that's enough, you don't need to see anymore.
Yeah, and then managed to somehow put him back in. Charlie Harper, eh? What an outrageous character he was. Genuine womanizer, but it was celebrated. 2021, the TV special Oprah with Meghan and Harry aired in the US.
Whoa.
And the best bit was when South Park took the absolute mickey out of it.
We want privacy! We want privacy! Thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here. It's great. So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family. You've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
And congratulations to Prince Harry for wanting his privacy, but then at the same time simultaneously releasing a memoir. Seems counterintuitive.
It seems like a bit of a circle. Number one song on March the 7th in 2003 was All the Things She Said by your favourite Russian duo.
Oh, yeah, the girls.
Yeah, Tartu.
Tartu.